Perfect. Hello. Hello. Perfect. Yeah. Uh, Hello, guys. Welcome back. I had to solve some connectivity issues with my iPad and my laptop. I had to buy a dongle and another external drive which can reduce the latency. So now this should work fine, hopefully. And yeah, today's stream is gonna be on how to convert a regular uh, polygon into mesh. What in mesh in the sense? Let me show what I mean here. So in a solo mode, you can see just the mesh, and at this point, it's not possible with Nomadsculpt, but hopefully in future. But what is the need to have a mesh like this? So at this point, what we can do with Nomadsculpt is, let's say, go into, let's say I remove the face group mode, go into material properties, let's say I make it additive or something like that, and reduce the opacity to 0, and you can see the mesh there. And in the wireframe mode, you can say you can't change the thickness of the wireframe by any means. And I had certain situations where I thought, what if we had this wireframe visible? We can create an illusion of uh, fibers on a textile, something like that. That was the main goal. And also in certain cases when we think, let's say we want to have a construction, want to look it like as if it is a constructed building or whatever, steel structures. If we have these mesh visible um, with a solid thickness, we need not do sculpting, rather just create the external body and convert it into mesh should solve it. That is the main goal, uh, which I was trying to like achieve using Nomadsculpt. So but since I couldn't do it just with Nomad, I thought of using Blender, and which is actually so simple. So I'll say what I have done here. Let me try to bring a tube. Let's bring a lathe. In this case, should I bring a lathe? Let me bring a tube as I have done there. Let me lock the screen. Oh, the screen is not locked properly, and the grid is visible now. I'm wondering why the screen didn't get locked. Is the screen locked now? Yes, but still, why is it able to move? Something is wrong. When it is locked, it should be moving. Some glitch with Nomad, I think. Okay, I'll have to inform the developers about it, but let's try to use the tool here. I'm gonna add some more radius. What if we reduce the number of polygons there, and maybe add another one here. Okay, and this one can be sharp. Why not? This one also can be sharp. me add few more. Specifically, let's say 10. Leave it as at 10. The number of divisions can be, how many are there here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's try to reduce. This is the least I can go, I think. And at this point, I'm going to remove the cap. I can retain it, but just for looks. Okay. So this is the body I have created. I want the wireframe to look as if it is a like I just want the wireframe. Okay, so what I tried to do was I export it as an STL, just the selected one. Export it. I'm gonna save it in my drive. Rename it as just a lathe. Upload it. So once I have uploaded it into my drive, I'm gonna bring it into Blender. So in Blender, I just need to download it first. Download and then file, import STL, and downloads. I'm gonna bring in delete. First one, import. So that's there. I'm gonna delete the cube. For time being, I don't want the cube. I did click the delete button. For some reason, it didn't work. Okay. And let me activate the wireframe. So you can see how the wireframe looks once I brought it into Blender. If you see it in Nomad, those were all actually quadric, four-sided polygons, but when we see it in Blender, it's been connected using another line, like a diagonal line, converting it all into triangles. It's fine. We can look at it later on, but let's try to use the tools available here. So I'm going to use a modifier. I'm gonna, in the deform modifier, there is one is called, I think it's in deform, right? Deform, generate, sorry, in generate wireframe. So that's what I'm going to use. So you see what happened already when I generate wireframe, it has an option to increase the thickness here of this wireframe. And do I want to replace the original or just a copy of it, something like that. I'm going to retain the original here. And do you want to offset? All these settings are available. So I'm gonna try increase these values. Let's see how it goes. 0.1. Wow, that's thick, but looks decent. What about 0.5? Also thick. 0.3, 0.2, that looks neat. And what about offset? 0.01 or 1. So it does offset a bit from the body. Might be 1, 0.1. Okay. I'm gonna create a new body in this case, and let's say I'm applying it. Now if I export this file, export STL, only the selection, downloads, I'm gonna save this, export STL, and bring it back into Nomadsculpt. drag and drop into my drive, and now if I try to open it back in Nomadsculpt, well, it should be already there. Untitled, what's the name? Okay, STL. Can I download it? Download Nomadsculpt, add to screen. So it's here now. This wireframe has another wireframe. So this is what I meant. If I separate it, there are two bodies here. In solo mode, you can see it is just a wireframe converted into another mesh. And if you change it to solid, like remove the smooth shading, now you can see it looks like a structural frame. Let's say I'm gonna paint it with slight metalness, reduce roughness. I'm gonna paint it out of a grayish color, grayish tint. Somewhere on this, paint it. And if I change this body into reflective material, paint glossy, and let's see it in a post-processing view. It already looks like a structure. And let's say if I'm changing the refractive index slide a bit for that sheet, yeah, that's what I meant. So it looks like a structure already. If in case let's try to, so what happened here was when I exported it, Blender by itself put in this diagonal diagonal wireframe, which sometimes I don't like it. What if I define it prior to sending it? So let's go back here. I'm gonna clone it, and wireframe mode, it is there. What if I validate it and decimate it with 100%? So it's the same. That's what Blender did. Can I have some better results here? Let's see, uniform. I'm gonna increase the size. Looks like this. Can I go even larger than that? Nah. Okay. Gonna go even finer. And I'm gonna export this again to Blender. In this case, it is let's say it is small triangles. Load. It's gonna be in my drive. Gonna download it and open it in my Blender. File, import, STL, small triangles, hold. So that's there. And let's hide these. Add modifier, generate wireframe. That looks neat. What if I can 0.01 finer, and I'm going to replace this time. apply it by clicking here, apply. That's applied there. And I'm going to export it back to Blender, sorry, Nomad. Export STL, what is this? Remeshed, find triangles. Selection only, export, and bring it back to Nomad. What is it? Download, open in Nomad, add to scene. For some reason it didn't allow it. Let's see. Download, open in Nomad, add to scene. What if I add? Okay, interesting. If I bring it to new, even there it didn't work. Is that an STL? I mean, let me quickly check. It doesn't have any. Okay, I'm gonna export it again. Try exporting again from Blender. Maybe Control Z. I don't know if the thickness was the reason. Let's see, 0.0, oh, 0.02 works. And apply. Did I select it an exporter? That could be the reason. Okay, file, export, STL. Okay, selection only. I could. I think I didn't select it last time. I'm gonna replace it. Export STL. And that has some memory. Yep. Gonna bring it. Replace existing file. Upload. Switching to Nomad. Let me open the other file. Yes. And I think this is the one. Open in Nomad, add to scene. Perfect. That's here. And you can see that it's another mesh. Just need to paint it in a different color. Let's see if how it looks when it is a glossy one. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, it gives like a construction. How about post-processing? Yeah, it can make our sculpt our sculptured bodies look as if a proper hard surface model. And I tried something similar to this with a dum-dum face. Let me try to open it. Here it is. Yeah, this is how it ended up coming. Look like a structure. And if I go to the first view, it's like this. Second view, third view, as if looking from inside the building. These were actually created using Blender. And if I show the face group, this is nothing but simple body, and in wireframe mode just move those triangles to create this face and exported it into Blender, and yeah, that's how I got this. And I brought in a background image and to look to make it as if look a construction in the middle of a city. And what are the use cases? This is one. Second is let's say we have this dragon or whatever, the wings, and you want to convert the wings into some triangular structures. That might be useful. Solo view, yep. I'm gonna, yeah, let's do it in the stream. Exported STL, just the selected file, and into drive, wing, upload. It's an STL, yep. And let's bring it into Blender. Okay, I'm gonna download it to the laptop, and file import STL wing import. Okay, that's there. Right, the other one, I need to try a 3D mouse. Yeah, it's hard to manipulate this model because I have to use these features. Okay, add a modifier, deform, sorry, generate wireframe. What if I have 0.01 in this case, and replace the original with it, apply, add a modifier, deform, wireframe. Okay, I might have to go even finer, 0.001. 0.001 works, and I'm gonna apply it. Apply. File, export, STL, selection, and wing remeshed. Export, bring it back to Nomad. So we got the wing remeshed, download, open in Nomad, add to scene. So that's there. Solo view, it's just a wireframe. And let's remove the wireframe view. Let's make it a different color. metallic, roughness, paint all, additive. How does it look? Blender, subsurface, always on lit. Okay. If the cool part about this is, I'm gonna bring it into this and hide it. So let's say I inflate this using the inflate tool. Use even different views, like look at that. The face group, and let's inflate it. So it is like any other mesh. You can work on it. Maybe you can even trim it. Sorry. Yeah, you can trim whatever you don't want. And in post-processing, instead of blending, let's say additive, subsurface, refractive. I don't know if the siren is loud, guys. Yeah, hope so nothing is serious around. And that is one case here. So you already saw when I exported, it was a four-sided polygons, but when Blender did it, it just added those diagonal lines, right? So when you want a certain way, a certain number of triangles, you can actually edit the number of triangles in Nomadsculpt even before sending it there, and that could make the looks better, and you can fine-tune it. Let's say I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna open the still unfinished character which I have here. I did try doing some sculpting using Feather 3D on the dress. It ended up coming like it is starting to come neat. I'm trying to make it as if golden leaves. Yeah, that's what. But when I was thinking about this live stream, I was wondering what if I use the same technique for these fabrics. So in solo mode, there's a fabric here, and let's say I increase the number of, I'm going to clone it and subdivide, multi-resolution, subdivide. This is the maximum I can go, and now I'm gonna, what is the file size? Okay, huge file size. Let's see how it goes. Export it. This is the first time I'm trying. Export STL to the drive, and I'm gonna name it dress this time. Upload. It's gonna be a heavy file, definitely. Switching back to Blender. Sorry, it is taking a while. Let's see how long it takes. It has to be uploaded into drive, and then from the drive I had to download it into my laptop. So yep, uploaded. Oh, that was quick. Download. file, import STL. Cancel file, import STL. Yeah, that's there. Import STL. That's gonna be huge. Perfect. I'm gonna hide other wing, everything. Yep, the truss is here. Okay, we know the mesh is so fine. And let's see by adding a modifier. Add generate wireframe. Don't crash on me. Okay, it is visible. And what about 0.01? Mm-hmm. 0.01. It looks neat. I'm gonna apply it. Apply. It is gonna be a heavy file definitely when I bring it back into Nomadsculpt. Okay. Is there file export STL selection only, and I'm gonna change the name to truss remeshed. Okay, export STL. That should be close to 1 GB, I think, a file size. Okay, bring it back to Nomad through OneDrive. Now the upload time matters. I'm gonna switch back to Nomad. It's here. Let me reduce the resolutions from this so that I can save more memory. I have enough memory on Nomad. Let me prepare it while the file gets uploaded. Okay. Minute more left to upload. It has been uploaded. And what is it? Yeah, it's here. Cancel. Just remeshed. Download. Okay, Nomad. Back to sync. Ooh, heavy file. Remove the wireframe view. Yeah. That's there. Let's try to. Okay, should I hide the other file? Tube, hide. That looks like a fabric, definitely. Now a shiny fabric with some texture on it. Let me unhide the other tubes. and might be inflate that slightly so it falls above this mesh and turn it into edit. Okay, yeah, this is where that file, yeah, it is 6.38 million vertices. I'm gonna play around with this model and I'll let you know how it looks tomorrow. But these are the use cases I was thinking about using this technique, converting the wireframes into actual mesh and making it looks like a construction or like a fabric, or some cases even sci-fi looks. What I mean by sci-fi look is if I go back to this view here, let's say I make this neon blue, paint it neon blue, paint it all, and additive always on lit or something like that, and let's go into post processing mode and increase the bloom. Maybe it has been hidden by the other two. Yeah, so during bloom you can see it gives interesting looks. What else I can change here? Maybe depth of field, that doesn't look good. I can add some lights, but blending mode doesn't give you anything. The additive mode is what gives you. So yeah, these are the possibilities uh, from this method of converting wireframe into a polygon. So that's it for today, guys. I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna make sure every day I'm gonna do live streams at least for an hour. If anyone is interested, can watch it while the stream is running, or else I'm gonna make sure the video is gonna be saved in YouTube so that you can watch it later on. I'll share it in the Discord forum as well of Nomadsculpt so that you can have a look into yeah, it can reach people who are interested in this stuff. Thank you, guys. Yeah, have a good one. Bye.